Alright guys, so today is currently December 29th, 2025, and today, unfortunately, we did blow another one of our Express funded accounts, which I'm not too bummed out about because we ended up taking some pretty decent trades on the other Express account, which netted us 2.1k. Today I did risk a lot more, and I think moving forward that will be ideally what I will do for future trades. But yeah, let's just get straight to the trade recap. So as you can see here on the TopStep platform, if we look at our trading history here, we took a 1.3k loss, which ended up putting the account at a negative $63.96 for the maximum loss limit. So this account is technically blown. I actually misread the charts here, and I went short, and price completely reversed on me. So basically right over here, I was looking for price to target this 15-minute low, and once market opened, I saw this as a sweep. Price started to reject off of this 15-minute fair value gap, and somewhere along this 1 minute candle, I took a market entry short right over here, and as you can see, price basically reversed on us. So how I misread this chart because I should have saw this as the sweep, right? There's also a lot of resting buy side up here that price could potentially target, and had I just waited for this 1 minute candle to close, it would have shown me a lot of bullish wicks right here, meaning there's a lot of bullish pressure indicating price would continue higher, right? But I ended up entering before the candle closed, and that eventually just stopped me out. So that kind of sucks, but you know what? It is what it is. And yeah, now this account is essentially just blown. But let's move on to the next trade. So for the next trade, I ended up taking it on the other Express account. We netted $905 here, and we longed one NQ contract. Basically, the whole idea here was that there's a lot of resting buy side liquidity that hasn't been taken out yet. So I kind of did a market entry long, targeting the buy side as well as the hourly fair value gap that is above us. Basically, after I saw this displacement higher with the bullish wicks, I decided to continue longs. And yeah, we ended up making $905 off that. So that was pretty cool. Let me delete this. The next trade that we did take, we ended up taking a $670 loss. And basically this one, after we took out we swapped the highs up here, honestly thought price would continue higher because we were basically displacing a lot higher, right? So I thought this area right here was a minor retracement to continue higher, to take out the highs up here, these highs, but unfortunately it kind of just reversed and went all the way back down. So we took a pretty big loss there, but we were still in profit. Yeah, basically this 1 minute fair value gap, once I saw price pushing up higher again, I took a market entry, and price displays right into our stop loss. So that really sucks, but it is what it is. I took a couple more trades here. As you can see, there's a $50, $30, $20, $20. Those ones were all break evens, but they were the same trade idea. It's just that it broke even before hitting TP, right? So I'm just gonna go over this next trade for $1,300 over here. So we swept this high over here. Price was rejecting off this 1 hour fair value gap. We got a strong displacement lower, breaking structure, and we also formed another fair value gap right over here, right? So once price actually retraced toward the fair value gap and started rejecting off of it and displacing lower, I decided to take a market entry short for, I believe it was 2 NQ contracts, and we ended up making $1,300 right over here. The TP was honestly, like, I was just targeting this area right here. Yeah, no particular reason. I was actually in a Discord call with my friend, and he was like, this is where his entry will be. So I ended up placing my TP at his entry. And yeah, that's basically how it played out. But his entry was for longs, but because I shorted up here, I just chose that as my my TP. And then right over here, the last two trades, we had a $240 loss and a $720 win. So these two trades were actually the same trade. Basically, the first trade that I took here was the loss. I ended up taking shorts because there was displacement lower, fair value gap, and then a rejection off of this fair value gap. Price ended up going towards profit, and I ended up just like trimming my stop loss because it was like a lot higher. But then as price went into profit, I trimmed it down to 250, and unfortunately it just reversed on me. The trade was somewhere here actually. And then the $720 win was basically a re-entry. Like I said, I saw the rejection off that 1 minute fair value gap, and we actually inversed this fair value gap right over here. So yeah, after this rejection, inversion, price continued lower, showed bearish wicks. I took an entry and kind of just targeted these lows over here. And yeah, like honestly, these TPs weren't too planned. It could have definitely been a lot better, but because I was risking so much, I didn't want to get too greedy with it. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't risking that much actually. Like I was still risking what, maybe max 400 for these trades. But it played out. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. I'll show you guys the history here. So this is the current account balance, and then this is the trading day. I don't know why it says Sunday, because today's Monday. But yeah, we just need one more $150 trading day, and then we can take a payout. So ideally we make 150 tomorrow and I'm done. I'm going to take the payout. I know they enforce like new rules today. Something about like a consistency rule with the payouts. So honestly, it does kind of suck, but it is what it is, right? Like if you're a good trader, that shouldn't be an issue for you. But for me, we'll see. Like I know I can definitely do it because it's honestly all dependent on my risk. Like I can easily take 1-to-1s. I know I can. Just have to wait for the right setup, right? Yeah, honestly, I just kind of wanted to push these accounts because at some point, like, I know keeping these accounts are like the ideal goal, but my thought process behind this was like, it took me so long just to basically blow the account. So I thought I might as well just run it and then just restart. Like I'm okay with restarting because I'm very confident in my ability to pass the accounts. And yeah, they were all kind of in drawdown, so I kind of just wanted to get it over with. Honestly, hindsight though, I probably could have played the first trade a lot better, but it is what it is. Like the past 3 funded accounts that I got, basically that was what, give or take like $300. So if I could take a 1K payout, that'll cover all of that, and then I'll still be in a little bit of profit. Ideally, we keep this account as well and try to run it up slowly again. So instead of 250, I will be risking like 500 to make 500, and then we'll see from there. But I will plan on stacking more accounts, one at a time. I'm like, there's no need to rush. Like, so yeah, get this payout, keep this account ideally, run it back up, and then use the payouts to actually buy more accounts, and then rinse and repeat, right? Yeah, I think I should try and go more aggressive at the beginning to build that buffer, and then once I have that buffer, then I'll take it slow. I'll give it a shot. I'll see how it goes, but as of right now, like, I know my account's sitting at 1.9k. Ideally, we run it up to 4k and then take like a 2k payout, but I feel like I've been here before, like where I was at a point where I was able to take a 1k payout, but I decided to run it up and then I ended up blowing the account. So I plan on just taking the money while I still can and just restarting, because with this payout, I'll still be up, at least for the past 3 combines or challenges. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm still navigating these prop firms. I'm trying to find a style that suits me, and yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes from here. Anyways, guys, peace.